Alright, hey guys, this is Leechies back again, this time with my very first Ubers battle that I've uploaded to YouTube. Before this battle, I had another match that unfortunately disconnected right before I was about to win, and that was against a YouTube guy. But this one is against a guy off of Smogon who wanted to battle, and I'm using the same team that I did in that battle, but you guys obviously haven't seen it before because of that. I made it myself. It ends up being a pretty good battle. There's certainly some things that could have gone either way. I hope you enjoy it, and here it is. So looking at his team, I thought that he didn't have a whole lot to take a Specs Water Spout from my Kyogre, and I thought he might want to lead with his Kyogre too. And I don't have much experience with Ubers, but I feel like a Scarf Kyogre is a more common set, and mine is Specs. And I know from what I've heard in the past that a Scarf Thunder can't take out a Kyogre, whereas a Specs Thunder can. So I thought I might be able to take out his Kyogre quickly with my Specs Thunder, and he would not be able to take me out with his Scarfed one. But he actually leads with his Zekrom, and I know these things like to be Scarfed, and even if it's not, I think we speed tie. So I'm expecting him to go for a powerful electric move, because I know that thing is beastly. And it does go for the Bolt Strike, which would have surely one-hit KO'd my Kyogre, so it's a good thing I switched into my Giratina. This is an odd Giratina set. It's Sub-Calm Mind with max HP and max speed. I feel like I should probably not have max speed in it anymore, but I don't know. I might have to change that later. We'll see. So I go for the sub on the switch here because I'm almost positive he's Choice Scarf since I didn't see any Life Orb, and because of that damage too. I know it's not Choice Banded. So he switches into his Dialga. I go for the Aura Sphere because I know that's super effective. It does pretty pitiful damage because this guy does not have very good special attack. I think it's only base 80, and I haven't gotten any Calm Minds up. And he's just going to go for the Outrage, which is clearly going to take out my sub because it's Life Orb, and it's a stab Outrage, and it's super effective. But I can just switch into my Skarmory to sponge that since I do resist it. But unfortunately, I'm not going to take that very well since it is Life Orb, it is stab, and this is a max special defensive Skarmory. It doesn't have, I think it probably has 4 EVs in its defense. But I really want to get my Stealth Rocks up here so I can start racking up the damage on the switches, which is going to be pretty helpful later. He does get confused now. Luckily, I think that was a 3-turn outrage for him. I'm glad he got that rather than the 2-turn. But he is going to break through his confusion and take me out with the Thunder. I was going to roost there so I could get back up to my Sturdy. I thought he might want to switch since he got confused after his outrage, but he does just stay in and go for that Thunder, which is very unfortunate for me. But now I'm going to go into my Deoxys, and I figure he's probably going to predict the Superpower. And so this is a Focus Sash Deoxys, so I know I can live whatever he has anyway. I know Dialga doesn't get any priority. And I'm going to go for the Spikes here to get a layer of those up so I can get up some more entry hazard damage, because that helps a lot to help my Rayquaza sweep in the late game. But he ends up switching to his Mewtwo, which would have been a good switch in for my Superpower. But I decide not to stay in since my other 3 moves are Ice Beam, Superpower, and Psycho Boost, and I don't feel like Ice Beam's going to do that much. That was an awful play looking back on it. I switched into my Ludicolo, forgetting that Psy Strike hits me on the physical side. I think if it hit me on the special side, Ludicolo may have been able to take that because he is pretty naturally bulky in the special defensive area, but maybe not since it is a Mewtwo. I should have just stayed in with the Deoxys and gone for the Ice Beam and gotten as much damage as I could. That was a really bad play on my part. But now, I believe I am just going to go for that Ice Beam because I feel like maybe it'll be a 2-hit KO after some more Life Orb damage on him, but he does switch into his Ferrothorn. And I'm going to be able to do a little damage with that Ice Beam, but that's pretty pitiful damage since it is a Ferrothorn, you know. And I don't want to go for the Superpower here because I know that'll break my Sash, which is not very good for me. But he's just going to go for the Thunder Wave here, which would have severely crippled my Deoxys anyway, so that was good. And this Giratina is running max speed, but it's still not all that fast, so I don't care too much about the Paralyze. It's a little annoying, but since I am running max speed, I assumed I would be outspeeding him, since I think I'm up to about 300 speed with Max and Timid, and so quartered, that's like 75, and I thought Ferrothorns were down in like the 30s in speed, but he outpaces my my Giratina and gets off the Leech Seed, and I don't want to stay in and let him get a ton of HP recovery since I have like over 500 HP. So I go into my Deoxys here, thinking he's going to lay up some entry hazard anyway since I'm already Leech Seeded and Thunder Waved, and he does go for some Spikes. I'm just gonna go for some more spikes of my own since why did I do that? Oh, I thought he might want to switch since he knows I have the superpower. I don't know what I was thinking. That was probably a marginal play, but I do get another lay of spikes up from that. I was just really hesitant to go for the superpower because I didn't want to break my sash, but oh well, it had to be done. I had to get this Ferrothorn out of here somehow, and this was the best way to do it since my Rayquaza does not carry any fire moves. So, yeah, I'm going to be able to take him out with 2 superpowers. That was pretty close. There may have been some random number generation in there determining whether I could have actually taken him out with 2. But now that I'm paralyzed from him, Deoxys is completely useless now, so I can just Death Fodder him out. I think I just go for the Ice Beam here. If for some reason, I don't know, I think he could kill me with literally any move that he can learn. He could probably kill me with a Tackle at this point. But he does just go for the Dragon Claw, which is a move that it actually makes sense for him to carry. And I'm still thinking he's Scarfed, and I know Kyogre can take a Dragon Claw, right? Because natural bulk on Kyogre, you know, these Ubers got amazing bulk on them. So I can't remember what I end up going for here. I go for the Thunder because I'm predicting his switch into his Kyogre, because I forgot his Dialga is still alive, which makes very easy Death Fodder for him. And now he knows I'm locked into Thunder because he doesn't see leftovers on me, and Kyogres are almost always choiced. So we can easily just go right back out and use Zekrom. And now I'm going to start losing pokes. This is about to start going downhill because this Zekrom is a beast. I really want to try using one of these in Ubers. I like the Ubers metagame. It's a lot of fun to play, and I know from experience that it's also a lot of fun to watch, so I thought I'd upload one of these to YouTube. I'm going to switch into my Giratina here, hoping he would go for the electric move so I could wall that again, but he's not that stupid. He's a good player, and he goes for the Outrage, knowing that it would take out my Kyogre anyway, and I'm locked into Thunder, so what am I going to do to him? Try to paralyze him with Thunder? That's the best thing I could have done at that point. But now that he's locked into Outrage, I'm going to go into Kyogre, hoping that I could live one with my natural bulk, but after all those entry hazards and Zekrom's amazing power, Outrage is obviously going to take me out. It's not even, it probably wasn't even close with all that entry hazard damage. And my last Pokemon is Rayquaza. It's really unfortunate here that he ends up getting the 3-turn Outrage. If he'd gotten confused there, and I could have set up a Dragon Dance, I honestly think I could have swept the rest of his team with this thing, because the extreme speed does not end up taking him out because of how crazy bulky he is. At this point, what he had left, he had a Manaphy, Zekrom, Mewtwo, and I don't remember his last Pokemon. Oh, Kyogre. Okay, so I probably couldn't have swept his team. Plus one life, I guess. Plus 1 Life Orb Dragon Claw. I don't know. That might be able to take out a Manaphy or a Kyogre. It depends on what he was invested in and on them. But you know, that's the way the game goes. He ends up winning 4-0. It felt a lot closer than that to me. I don't know how it did to him, but it ended up being a good game, and I'm definitely looking forward to having some more Ubers battles in the future. It's a lot of fun to play. I'm probably going to end up using this team a couple more times before I make up a whole new team. I might make a couple edits. I'm thinking about trading out my Deoxys attack for a Mewtwo, since that thing hits a lot harder, and it's just amazing with Psy Strike as a new attacking move. It's more powerful than Psychic, and it hits on the physical side. I think that move probably single-handedly erased Blissey from the metagame of Ubers. And I also want to really try out Zekrom. I was also considering putting Zekrom in instead of Deoxys, because I just really want a fast Pokemon for that slot. But I really do like the Spike support for Rayquaza's late-game sweeping. I don't know. We'll see in future videos. If you guys like the video, leave a like. If you want to see more of my content, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.